Lizzy Weisman. The second floor studios.
Yeah, 372.
372.
That's amazing.
I know.
Congrats.
I have consistency in the podcast and only in the podcast in my life.
At least there's something consistent.
It's the only consistent. Yeah. We were talking about teenage sex. Or sex with your teacher as a teenager.
Yes. Not me, guys. I work with teenagers, but that's not me.
That's
just disclaimer.
Well, it all came up because Lizzy said she was on a trip with kids in Ecuador, and I was like, "What do you do?
Correct.
Are you trafficking children?" She said, "No. I work with children. I was on a field trip."
Yeah, I took them like a community service trip to Ecuador.
That's a sick fucking field trip. What are you guys doing down there?
We volunteered at a preschool. It was really sweet. It was we like painted a mural, and then rest of the time was really just a tour. And we I tried a larva in the Amazon.
Ooh, what was that like? Crunchy
and gooey, and I felt like I was in The Lion King. Like, was it like something slimy yet satisfying? That's what it felt like. Honestly, it was gross.
Did the kids eat the fucking grubs too? Or?
A couple of them did, but they're like, "Do it, Liz," and I was like, "I can't not look cool."
They call you Liz? They don't call you Mrs. Weisman?
Fuck no.
Okay.
Liz.
Or Ms. Weisman?
Ms. No, not Mrs. yet.
Reminding him through my podcast. Hurry up, motherfucker.
I am waiting.
That must be tough, though, dealing with high school kids. I mean, they must have fucking fresh mouths on them. I know I did as a kid.
They're pretty good with me. Like, I think I scare them just enough.
Really?
Yeah, but
are you like the cool teacher, or are you like stern with them?
I'm like a little bit of both.
Okay.
Like I have to set some boundaries, but like I know they're gonna sneak out and hook up. Like I'm not gonna stay out till 4 a.m.
So
guarding
of course I'm
their
gonna film it.
Yeah, exactly. And ready. Old school. They're like, what is that?
Yeah, what are you cranking it?
Yeah.
You get under a hood. You have one of the big flashes. Like, what the fuck's going on here?
Do a lot of coke first. No, they're funny. They use this lingo. Everything turns over so quickly with teenagers. Like,
oh yeah.
The word, is like, oh, that's lit is not cool anymore. Like that turns over so quickly.
I've had the feeling that once any local newscaster uses a phrase, like "you go girl," it's like, all right, fucking dead. Never say that again.
Right. Or like when an adult uses it or makes fun of it because they were like, oh, that's gas, Lizzy, that's gas. And I was like, oh, do you need something? Do you need Tums? Like I would do that to them, and they're like, no, it's a slang. I go, I know.
What does gas mean?
Gas, like when you gas somebody up.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's
gas
fucking old.
But it recycles.
Okay. Oh,
just like my outfits from 20 years ago.
I guess it's true. That's how you know you're fucking old, when like kids are wearing shit from the 90s that were like, it's like, oh, this is retro. I'm like, oh my god, dude.
I know.
It's like I wore that in a non-ironic way, like
you're like this Tasmanian Devil shirt from the Warner Brothers store.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
wearing cross-colored jeans and fucking Looney Tunes t-shirts,
like hyper-color shirts. Remember those? Yeah, I remember those. And I saw a drag queen is like giving out merch or selling merch, not giving it out. Drag queens don't give anything away for free. No. And they would sell hypercolor, and everyone's gonna be like, "That's so cool." And I'm like, "Why did I not bring it back?" Because
yeah, what can we bring back from our youth? Trying to think of like something that like no one's brought back yet.
The Skip It.
The Skip It's a good one. Skip It's a great one.
Smoking while pregnant. I don't know. like what? I don't know.
That really, my mom smoked my entire pregnancy with me. No one said anything.
And you came out sounding like that because she smoked.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, hey, everybody.
Yeah, I was a 2-pack a day infant.
Yeah, you came out. You're like, you need a pack. You just handed it to her.
I mean, it's pretty funny, like, because you see that all the time. Like I've seen that on those shows, like I was pregnant, I didn't know it. That's like TLC has all these great shows of like, the 1,000-pound sisters and my 800-pound life, and a lot of fat people, a lot of midgets, dwarfs, little people. I don't know what you want to call them. Yeah, I forget
little people are dwarf. I mean, dwarfism is separate than what little people.
Then what's
have.
A midget? So is Danny DeVito a midget or a dwarf?
You can't say midget anymore.
I mean, I just did.
I mean. To society, but say whatever the fuck you want. It's your podcast. It's your podcast.
I mean,
whatever.
Says the Hollywood industry if you ever want to work in it. But
cut that, please.
That's because I asked that about like a couple episodes back about the difference between a transgender person and a transvestite, and it caused a little kerfuffle on the internet.
Yeah, because you can't say transvestite.
But I didn't know how it differed from transgender. And it turns out vestite is just like an Italian word for dress. So it's transvestite was just like a dress.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Neither did I. And that was a question I asked.
Oh.
And people jumped down my throat like, God, educate yourself. I'm like, I am.
That's what you're asking.
I asked on the
question.
internet. I asked right here. Like, God, look it up, read a book. And I'm like, or I could just have you tell me.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the internet's going to give me feedback fucking immediately.
Yeah, if somebody has, like, you're curious about, there's nothing wrong with being curious about the world. Like,
well, I also like, you know, like I said, we're of a certain age where there was no internet and there was no looking it up unless you wanted to go to the library. So like you like, I remember like amongst my friends, like, oh, you know, who sung that song? I'm like, fuck, I forget the artist's name. You know, and then 3 days later you call them up, you know, with the kitchen phone with the long cord and the rotary. Oh, you know, it was, you know, fucking whoever, you know, it was Lionel Richie, you know, like you just remember the name of or the name of the movie or the name of the book. Like, but it's like, it was fun to like try and think about it. Like, oh, I got it.
It's a fun to do that now. Like, it's a fun to do that now. It just came out now. Because we can look it up so easily. So I'll challenge myself. And we're like, what is it? I'm like, hold on, let's really try not to look and see if it.
Yeah, I wonder if that's going to cause like long-term memory problems for. Because look, dementia and Alzheimer's is already a fucking problem.
I mean, my short-term memory is already horrible.
I know, that's the fact that we no longer even bother having memory because our phone remembers everything. Are we all gonna have dementia by the time we're like 46?
Who are you? What is happening? Like, I feel that way. People are like, "What's your passwords?" Or, why are they asking me? I'm asking myself. What are my passwords? I don't know.
Oh, they're so complicated now.
They're so complicated.
And have you ever used
$, pound, 1 2 5?
Have you ever used the strong password, the strong recommended password?
Yes, but then when it doesn't save it.
Yeah, how would you ever? Never again.
Never again. Never again.
And also, you're resetting your password 1,000 times. I have to imagine it's easy to just fucking steal your password when you're resetting it. Like anybody can go in there, I'll reset the password, and then, you know.
Well, yeah, because they have to get into your. Someone stole my phone and my wallet, and I had to reset everything.
That's the worst.
It was tough. They took my credit card and went to Home Depot, Walmart, a jewelry store in Beverly Hills. They were spending money, and I was like, really? "You think I have that?"
How much did they try and steal?
In Beverly Hills, they tried to get like 20 grand worth of jewelry. Wow. They were spending money. It was very stressful.
Did they get out? Did they actually make or did they get declined?
Oh, they got declined because I was on that shit. Okay. You know, I called my Jewish mother. She's like, "We got it." She was like, it's like calling Batman or something. She's like, "We're on the case." Yeah,
dude, my ex got her identity stolen once, like badly. Like there was a woman pretending to be her opening up credit cards in Florida.
Yikes!
And she was
Florida.
Yes, of course, Florida. She tried to it got so bad because she was just like opening up credit lines in her name, and somehow she had enough information to like do that she was like, she almost tried to get her social security number changed. And apparently, the only way you can get your social security number changed is if you go to like witness protection. Like the U.S. government is very, very, very anti-changing your social security number.
Wow.
Like it's a major, major undertaking to do that.
But they'll change Roe v. Wade. That they'll change with no problem.
Yeah, you can change your gender, just not your social security number.
Yeah. Like, you can change whatever you want. You can change the women's rights, but not your social security number.
Exactly.
It's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, it was an intense time. It was very stressful, but she's back.
You get robbed too bad?
I mean, like, they took my purse out of the locker at the gym.
Really?
And I had $400 cash because I just got back from Vegas. Oh my God.
That's the worst.
I can't. I'm having like PTSD right now. No, it's fine.
It
was my fault. I didn't lock the locker.
Yeah, no, buddy of mine got a fucking $30,000 watch stolen from Equinox. He's like, and he had a lock on the thing. He's like, guys, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
I was like, oh, sorry, there's no cameras in there. I'm like, yeah, but somebody broke it. Like, isn't this crazy? Oh, we're not responsible. Yeah, I understand. It's like, but
it was locked.
Can you like do anything? Like, you know, see what's coming in and out at that time. Whatever, like, yeah. Like,
that's what I tried to do because there's no cameras because you can't film people naked without their consent. So that's what I tried to do. Like, time it, what time the class happened, when they left. Like, we have so many people going in and out, and I had the cops do a police report, but they don't give a shit.
You know what? That's why I feel like it's an inside job. You know?
Yeah, maybe.
Just think about it. If you're a regular Equinox, it's a fancy fucking, gym. You have $3-4 a month, whatever the fuck it is.
Which is so ridiculous.
I know. You have high-end people coming in. You see the guy with the nice watch come in every day at the same time. So you tell the maintenance guy, hey man, when he's out in the gym, clip the lock, take the fucking stuff. We'll say we don't know who's in it. 100 people in and out there every day.
You're really telling people how to do this. Just stop giving the secrets. You're like telling people how to do it.
Go join an Equinox and start a theft ring.
Oh, that fucking
get everybody involved. We kick it up to the manager. Everyone makes a piece.
Yeah. Anytime that someone joins that gym, I'm just like, why?
Well,
it's like a scene. It's like belonging to a fucking Soho house.
Yeah, no, precisely. My old boss, who's a partner at a firm when I was working in Boston, and when I was getting out of my my marriage, my engagement, whatever, with my lady, his piece of advice to me was like, you should join Equinox. I'm like, I already have a gym membership, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to gym, take care of myself. He's, no, that's not the point, dude. Go down to Equinox and take the yoga classes. Always hot girls at Equinox yoga class. I'm like, this is your advice. I literally called off a wedding fucking 14 hours ago, and you're telling me immediately go down and get some pussy at the Equinox?
Yeah, but my mom always told me the best way to get over someone is to get under somebody else. That's what she told me. I was like, Mom, were you a tramp? Like, I think,
oh, was that her advice?
Yes, it was her advice.
Okay.
I was like,
oh, haven't your parents been married for a while?
Oh my God, 52, 53 years.
And that's the advice your mom's giving you?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I guess it sounds like she's over your father.
No. She's I don't want to think about that, please.
53 years. So your parents are what, in their 70s?
My dad's 87 and my mom's 70. He's going to be so mad if he sees this. He's like, I'm not 87, I'm 85. Like, he'll be so mad. But he's...
oh, yeah. All the girls out there, he's only 85.
Oh, well, you know, older guys, sometimes they say things like, smile. So I'm like, Dad, you can't say that to women. Like, or he's like, hey, sweet. I'm like, you can't do that. Hey, sweetheart. Nope.
Oh, really?
Garçon. Nope. Can't do that, Dad.
Garçon. I mean, that's old school. But I get this telling women to smile. That is it's a little corny. I don't know that it's inappropriate. It's corny. But
it's like, why?
I do that all the time. Oh, thanks, sweetheart. Hey, hun.
Sweetheart. Yeah.
Yeah, I do it. I keep it old school.
I mean,
but I also do it with guys. Like, oh, thanks, chief. Thanks, boss.
No, I want you to do a guy. Thanks, sweetheart. I want you to switch it up.
You know, in LA, it'll probably work pretty good.
Thank you. Thank you. What are you doing later? Yeah, try it.
Yeah, LA will work quite nicely.
Some guy will be like, what'd you say? Like, I said sugar tits. What? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah.
So speaking of, how's the relationship going?
Going very smooth and wonderful.
It's got to be a couple, 3 years now, right?
No, it feels like it, but it'll be 2 years in October.
Okay. Oh, so it was brand new last time you were on.
Yeah. Brand new. All
right. So still going strong?
Going strong. I told him the honeymoon phase is over. No.
I'm no longer happy, but I'll put up with you for a while.
Well, I gained like 30 pounds.
No, really?
I distribute it well. It goes to my ass. But yeah, I was like, we got to get shit in order. But yeah, no, things are great. He's like, you can start looking at rings, which is nice.
You can start?
Which scares
the shit out of me. Good move on him. Good move on him. He's like, all right, I don't want to have any part in disappointing you, so just go get what you want. Here's my credit card.
I'm being Jewish right now. He said to me, he wants to pick it out and design it his own, and he doesn't want me to have any say. And I said, well, you've never bought me jewelry before, so I don't know what your taste is like. So you need to buy me something. The first thing he bought me was great. The second thing was
not so
a miss. He got me like wood butterfly earrings from Mexico, which are fine. It's a thought that counts. But do I come off like a butterfly gal to you? Like, is that my energy?
Wood butterfly earrings?
Is that my energy?
Bamboo?
Yeah, exactly. Which is fine. But so I was like, all right, I'm just going to like get an idea and I'll send you some pictures. But we're not in a rush.
Okay.
Yeah.
No kids? I know you saved your eggs. What do you think? Are they fertilized or you save the eggs separate?
It's just the eggs.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not fertilized. Because he was like, I'm not ready for that.
But he's younger, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's got
It doesn't matter for him. It's me. It's yeah, guys can have a kid at 85. Look at fucking Robert De Niro. Who had a baby?
Oh,
not Robert De Niro.
The other guy.
Al Pacino. Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
The dust converted into his actual sperm. Like, I don't know. Like, it can still work. But for us, we have a timeline. And it sucks. It's a lot of pressure.
I know. But I mean, you could still, if you have your eggs, you can.
It doesn't. It's an insurance policy. Like, it's not 100% that that they'll work.
Would you get a surrogate ever?
Yeah, probably if I could afford it. Because, like,
that's like a popular thing in Hollywood. It doesn't have like surrogates just carry it because they don't want to ruin their body.
Yeah, for
that's
sure.
That's pretty fucked up. It's pretty aggressive.
Right, but then like, do you have the same connection?
Let me get a poor woman from Bangladesh to carry my kids because I don't want them. I don't want the trouble.
But do you feel like it's? I mean, I know it's your kid, but like, is the connection the same? Like, I don't know. I've never imagined myself being pregnant, and all my friends are having kids right now. One had a kid 2 days ago, another one 2 months ago, and one is due next month. One's due in December. I'm like, I'll be fun out, Liz.
There's a lot of that. I was talking to Ron last guest about this because he's 30 years old and he's like trying to settle down with a lady. And I'm like, that's kind of the time when people do that, but there's societal pressure for that. But you sounds like you're in the pressure point where, we're getting older now. We have the kids now, so let's shit them out quick. Yeah,
then Taylor is like 90% no, 10% yes. He's like, if you want to, we can. And I was like, don't put that pressure on me. I already have enough.
It's your body, your choice.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So I
could get out of jail free card there.
I don't know. What'd you say?
Could get out of jail free card there.
Yeah, seriously.
You don't want kids? I go, do you want them? It's like, no, it's your body.
Yeah, it's your body. Seriously. I don't know. I am exhausted all the time, like going to do a comedy full-time job. I go, how does anyone have kids and like live life?
Oh my
like,
God.
I don't get
It's
it.
impossible.
It's impossible.
It's impossible.
I have so much more I want to do. Like, I don't know.
Like what else? Besides traffic kids in high school?
Well, that, you know,
in
once
Ecuador.
that is successful, then I want to keep traveling. So I'll traffic kids all over the
all
world.
over the globe.
So just, I want to live abroad at some point.
Oh shit. Where would you go?
Like Costa Rica or Central America, probably.
What, just cost of living?
Yeah. It's just like Costa Rica doesn't even have a fucking military.
Yeah.
They're just like, we're happy. We don't need like.
I don't know. I went to Costa Rica for one of my bachelor parties, and it was. Well, I had a few. I had a few groups of friends, my college friends. And
that's fun.
Friends. Oh yeah, I did all the stuff except the wedding. Yeah, but I paid for the wedding.
Okay, I was gonna be like, you just kind of were like,
I told her, I was like, you should, you and your friends should go and like enjoy yourselves at the band's paid for, the catering. She's like, no, that'd be weird.
Did you guys like? I mean, does it end amicably? Like, or she's like, fuck you, like? Or
no, I mean, it was sad ending, you know, difficult ending, but you know, we had some closure a few years later. She was already remarried, had a kid on the way. She wanted a family and all that right away. She went to the suburbs. I didn't want to do that.
And you don't.
I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what the final straw was. But you know, she was like, "Yeah, I'm glad you decided that we shouldn't be married because I want to do this." And clearly, I just started comedy. So clearly, you want to do something else.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, all right." You know.
And yeah, that's how I feel. Like still doing comedy, and like it's not impossible to do both, but like I feel like
you can do the Ali Wong thing and get famous because you're on stage pregnant.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
she's so tiny.
Yeah, and that first special was funny, but
so funny,
But I feel like it got a little repetitive for me.
Look,
and I love Ali Wong. I don't know the guy, but she's very funny.
She's very funny.
But I also thought, I was like, wait, she's pregnant again? Would she change her outfit? Like, oh no, this is the next special.
It's just a prosthetic because she's like, it works so well.
Oh, this is the gimmick. You know, like, all right,
But the last special,
just trashing her husband.
Yeah, I don't want to be a hater. Like, obviously, everybody's comedy is different and subjective, but like that last special was like, oh, she just hates her husband. Like, I know. And they got divorced.
Yeah. Well, it's I
was like, wow, you really don't want to be with him.
It's also pretty fucked up too, because like she, you know, being a public persona like that, and him being just like a regular lawyer or whatever he was. Like, she could just fucking trash and slander him all over the time.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck's his recourse? He's like, oh, it's like, hey, man, I'm a pretty decent guy, but who the fuck's going to listen? One of his buddies at a bar? Like, he doesn't have a megaphone of Netflix to tell the world that, hey, I'm not as bad as she's making me out, you know?
It was more that she was just, like, tired. What she said is she was tired of, like, being the breadwinner, and she just, I remember she said she wanted
when you're a megastar, you're going to make more money than your millionaire lawyer husband when you're a
like, he's still making good money,
It wasn't like he was fucking, you know, bagging groceries. You know, the guy's like a corporate lawyer, you know, like making serious bread. Like,
I don't know. I guess maybe fame and you get to that spot. Like even Chris. Oh my God, why am I having a brain fart? See, short-term memory. One of the Chris's in Hollywood.
One of the
Guardians of Galaxy. Chris.
Oh, Hemsworth.
No.
Pratt.
Thank you. Yeah. See, this is what we love this.
This is a good producer does.
Chris Pratt. I mean, who knows what happened? We don't know their lives, but like, him and Anna Faris were together. All of a sudden, he blew up. He started like getting in shape. He's in Jurassic World shit, and then divorce. I mean, who knows? Well, but I think Hollywood can kind of
come on. Let's be honest. Let's both be honest with ourselves here, Lizzy. Let's say right, you get married to Taylor next year.
Okay.
Right.
God willing.
God willing. Right? But then 3 years from now, you fucking blow up. Right.
Speak it into the universe.
Right? So, will it into the universe. Manifest whatever the fuck these people in Hollywood say. These Reiki healers. Manifest your success.
When I went on a diet, I just Reiki food. I'm like, I just hover above it.
But let's say you make it. And let's put me in the same shoes. Let's say I make it. Right. 45, but I'm big shit now. I'm as big as Bert Kreischer.
Okay.
And they're throwing themselves at you.
Right.
You know, not just you know, regular hot people, but also famous hot people. Let's say you know, Chris Pratt's got a thing for you.
One of the Chris's, or just any of the Chris's, yeah.
It's going to be real hard to be like, you know what? No, I'm with Taylor the Nobody. You know,
actually, that's his name.
You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest here.
I mean,
so that's going to happen. So if you're on the way up, you either your significant other's going to make some accommodations for you to be sleeping around,
right?
Or they're not going to be around.
I mean, I think like I'd like to think this is me, knowing who I am, that if he's with me from the beginning and then it goes and I'm, you know, blowing up, I'm like, you were there when it was shit, you know? So I appreciate that.
Well, that's what you kind of hang on to for sure. But it's hard to resist a temptation.
Right. But then I'll be like, hey, look at who's coming after me. go to the gym and then look like that, and then maybe we'll fix it. Like I don't know. Like we could do some role playing, like put on a wig, be him.
Yeah, but in your circumstance, I feel like there's no money at stake. Like whereas if it were me and I was married to a quote unquote non-famous or non-famous person, and we get divorced after I'm famous, they can fleece me. But usually,
what do you mean no money at stake for me? What do you mean?
Because women don't really get fleeced by the courts, not so much.
They can.
Now it's happening more.
Yeah,
it's happening more and more, but it's not common.
Well, there's so many other things in life that we have to deal with.
Money and pussy. I mean, what else is more important?
I thought. Who knows? I'm just a woman. I don't know.
That was it, right?
Yeah. But I think you're thinking with like a man's brain. You're like, of course, these hot women are. It's like chuckle fuckers, right? Like all these guys on stage are getting pussy thrown at them by hot women, and they're like, oh, I want to fuck that all day, every day. But as a female comic.
Yeah. What is the male version of a chuckle fucker? Are they also called chuckle fuckers?
No, they're called creepy. Like that's what they're called.
They're called absolute fucking creeps.
Yeah, that's one time I said this joke about like I gave this guy head in Bill Murray's car, which I believed it was Bill Murray's convertible.
Where was Bill Murray?
Yeah, not there. He was like fixing the car,
okay.
And so I told this joke, and basically he took a picture of me, without me knowing while I was giving him head.
Ooh. Wait, how did you not know?
Because I was focused. What do you mean? Okay. How did I not know?
You weren't looking up. You were looking at.
Yeah,
the target. Okay.
Yeah, he was sitting in the front seat of the convertible. I was doing my thing.
Yeah. Flash.
I love how you're bobbing. You're just going along. He took a picture of me without me knowing, and when I saw the picture, I was just.
Was it not flattering?
No, I was like, "Is that a bald spot?" Like, so that's my joke. You like that?
Is that a bald spot? It's great.
So after telling that joke one time, the only guy who's ever like blatantly come up and hit on me after a show was just like, I have a car.
I'm into bald chicks.
Yeah, I was like, exactly. Just want to rub that spot. Women, no one talks about female balding. Like that's a thing.
It's a fucking creepy thing, isn't it?
Thing.
Doesn't it? It weirds me out, man.
I mean, it happens. Yeah.
Well, the reason it weirds me out is because you expect it from a man. Like if a man's not bald at 45, it's like, wow, he's keeping his hair.
Yeah.
Like
you're doing great, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But if a man's bald at 45, like, oh, okay.
Right.
But if a woman's like, why is her hair all ratty? Why can I see scalp? What the fuck? Does she have alopecia? Like,
yeah, it can.
You start like wondering,
Yeah, it can be that. And like,
but there is just female pattern baldness.
There really is female pattern baldness. That's a mouthful. Yeah. I had a cousin. I don't know, someone we would go to Rosh Hashanah dinners, and she was
with the Sabbath together.
She had like it was like a little bald up here, straight up, and then the horseshoe like that dads have. She had that and like a little long. And I think I said this on your last podcast. I was like, is that a skullet? Like, what do we call that? Like, I was just worried my whole life. I'm like, can that happen to me? Are we actually blood related? Like, what's happening?
Dude, yeah, that makes complete sense. Like that, I'm surprised because I feel like plastic surgery for women is better than plastic surgery for men.
Oh yeah, you guys look creepy as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, you ever see Mark Cuban? He looks like a fucking zombie.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, it's just weird. Exactly.
Yeah,
he looks surprised at all times.
All the time.
But I would have thought if women are going bald, they would have solved the baldness problem. But like I feel like men's hair transplants are just now getting somewhat decent.
I mean, women can wear wigs.
That's true.
I mean, they have those glue-on wigs now for men. Have you seen those?
Well, we saw that guy in Gelson's right now with the black.
Oh, his hair. You clocked him too?
Oh my God. The worst toupee I've seen in generations.
I looked at it and I was like, when men get a certain age, you shouldn't dye your hair. That's what I was thinking. And then I saw the line where I was like,
actual hair color and the toupee on top.
I was like, it's a
and he styled it like he was he was 26, but he was like 59 maybe.
And he was wearing like probably like Ed Hardy Van.
Yeah,
which by the way,
it was a cut off Ed Hardy shirt.
The kids they told me that's cool.
Ed Hardy's back.
Yeah, they're like, it's cool.
God.
It's cool. I was like, is it? Like, yeah,
the Von Dutch
jeans,
hats and
all of it.
God,
all of it.
That was such a terrible era.
I know. And they're like, it's cool. I was like, it's not cool. Let me tell you, it was not cool.
It just reminds me of fucking what's his name, Ashton Kutcher wearing his crooked Von Dutch hat, smoking a cigarette, doing those stupid punked.
Oh yeah.
Things.
That's what it was called, punked. Yeah. That's what it was. It was punked. Like it wasn't punk things. It was just punked. Yeah.
Well, it's crazy that he went from that to now being like some sort of climate specialist and like international ambassador. Yeah. Like, we're taking Ashton Kutcher seriously.
When someone's that beautiful, can we take them seriously?
I know. Well, no, it's not that it's beautiful. It's that he was like a fucking MTV douchebag before, and now he's like talking to the UN.
Hey, maturity.
Yeah. Well, see, that's what he made some money though doing venture capital investments. He made big bread.
Oh, really?
Oh my god, he made hundreds of millions. So he turned his like $40 million doing MTV bullshit into like $400 million.
I don't know how to adult. I don't know any of that shit. I'm just like, people do invest. No,
at that level though. I mean,
yeah,
it's not like these guys. He's buying fucking treasury bills. He's not buying savings bonds like your grandmother would give you on Christmas. He's like buying pieces of companies. Like he's like, oh, I'm gonna buy Uber when it's brand new, and then make a fucking gazillion dollars.
Okay, that's very different because I did have a bond that matured from my bat mitzvah that was given to me, and I cashed it. It was $50. I'm rolling in it, guys.
Oh my god! So I finally cashed all those out when I moved to LA. It's probably like $300 worth of face value of like bonds from like my birth.
Oh, wow!
I got like a couple of them from my great grandmother, my grandmother, like on my birthday, and then one on my christening, and like one on my Holy Communion.
What's a christening? Is that the baptism?
Yeah, you baptize. That's what the Jews or the Catholics do.
But it's a christening, but it's a baptism.
You get baptized.
At the christening.
At the christening. Yeah.
They was
going to throw Christ's name in there. I don't know. I'm a bad Christian. Yeah.
It's funny because like being Jewish, we always say like, oh, I'm a bad Jew. Like I don't like locks. I'm a bad Jew.
Most Jews are bad Jews, which is why I like Jews.
Yeah, we're the worst actually. We're taking over the world.
That's why I have my misgivings about the Catholics and the Christians. Because most of them aren't bad at it. Which means I like lapsed religious people.
Yeah,
we're like, I was raised Catholic and I don't go anymore. Like, I can get along with that. Like you're like culturally Jewish.
Yes.
You're not like you're not in fucking Shabbos every Sunday. Fucking
to cover my bald spot.
You start wearing a young. I don't have to. I'm just really religious.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, guys, I'm really into Judaism now. Like, what happened? You have tattoos? No.
But most Jews I know eat pork and don't give a shit about Saturday afternoons. Like.
Oh yeah, some people are like, I'm kosher in the house, and I was like, what does that mean? They're like, well, I'll eat a bacon cheeseburger at a restaurant, but I won't bring it into the house.
Oh really? I was like, I'm kosher in front of my parents. It's like,
kind of.
I'm kosher in front of my grandparents. Like, oh yeah.
Yeah, but
I don't say fuck in front of my grandmother either. You know what I'm saying?
My parents aren't that Jewish. Like I'm not. I'm just culturally Jewish.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I like Jews. I feel like that's if you want to get a little political and a little religious. I feel like that's the problem with Islam. It's too new.
It's too new.
Well, think of it.
Judaism. That's Scientology.
Oldest religion.
Yeah, I was like, it's too new. You're right. I was like, what are you talking about?
No. Listen. So Judaism is like 1,000 years older than Christianity. Christianity is like 1,000 years older than Islam. Every religion goes through their crusade, their period of wanting to plunder the world, right? Judaism's having, they were always under the gun.
Always.
So somehow they were constantly slaves. But like Christianity,
we're the chosen people. We were chosen to be
enslaved.
Yeah.
But then the Christians had their crusades. But now most people are like casually Christian. They're not like they have the born agains, but they're not like super aggressive about it. Jews, it's so long ago they don't give a shit. They're like culturally Jewish. Islam is like 1,000 years younger than Christianity, so they still have Bronze Age beliefs in the time that we have nuclear weapons. Like they literally believe if you speak ill about Muhammad, you're an infidel. Whereas if I say fuck Jesus, there's no Christians coming in here shooting me. But in a Muslim country,
everyone who's Muslim is gonna come in like one of my best friends.
Not everybody, but I'm saying like on the whole, like they're more fundamental because it's still there's not enough distance between when it was founded and today.
I don't know. The Christians are doing a lot these days here.
Well, they're having a little bit of renaissance.
A little bit of a comeback.
Yeah. Back in the 90s.
Their sitcom has been renewed. It's been coming back.
Like Roseanne. Yeah, they brought it back 40 years later.
And they're like, this isn't working. Like, we know. Oh, my God. Yeah, I don't know. Religion's an interesting one. But yeah, my best friend is from Egypt and is Muslim. And people are like, how are you guys friends? I'm like, because it's the same fucking thing. Well, we both like hummus. What do you mean? Like,
the reality is too. What I always say about that is like if you come to the United States or if you're born here and you're from a different culture, I would imagine you accept American values more than that of the culture or society you left. Like why would you travel 10,000 miles and come to a country where you don't know the language if you don't want to embrace the culture of that? Like I wouldn't move to Spain unless I like Spanish culture.
Oh,
like why the fuck would you come to the United States if you hate America?
Maybe they didn't have a choice.
They didn't have a choice.
Like where else would they go? Maybe America was like
stay the fuck where they are. What do you mean? What choice?
Well, what if it's like scary where they are?
Yeah, but they could have chosen another Arab nation that has similar values. That's not at war, right?
Right.
Like if you live in Syria and it's bombs going off, you can move to Saudi Arabia where there's other
bombs going off.
No, Saudi Arabia.
Just kidding. Saudi Arabia's like chill.
Yeah, it's chill, but it's very religious. Like
yeah,
like if you wanted to live a very strict religious like Islamic lifestyle, why would you move to the United States? It doesn't make any sense. Like I said, like if I don't like Spanish women, why would I move to Spain? You know, like if I don't like,
it's about women.
Well, you know,
Spanish women. You're like only if I like the women, I'll move there. You're like that's it. I don't give a fuck about their economy.
Culture,
I don't give a fuck about their culture.
Food, whatever.
Is the pussy good? Like that's it. That's it.
No, but like I feel like people that come here want to live a capitalist American style of life. Like, think about it. Like, if you wanted to live like a fundamental Islamist, why would you move to the United States?
Well, then why do we have people move here, right? And then there's like Chinatown, and like everything looks like you're back, right? So it's like you move to America, you want the American life, but then you're living like you're still in China, which I have no problem with. I love Chinatown. I know. Fucking dim sum all day,
all day long, yeah, literally and all that. But that's what I'm saying. But I feel like there's some part of you that wants to have the freedoms that America affords you.
Yeah, of course.
Like if you wanted to live under Islamic State, you wouldn't move here because everything around you would piss you off. There's women with fucking their tank tops on it. They'd be like, this is madness. Like, of course, and maybe you move to a whorehouse and you're expecting to be a church.
Maybe they're moving here to spread the word of.
Oh, maybe you think.
I'm just kidding. I don't fucking know. I don't touch religion. I don't fucking know.
That's one thing that I feel like people fail to realize. You're never gonna get the masses to be more restricted. Like I feel like society in general moves always towards more freedom.
Yes.
Like it's very hard. It's very hard to rein it back in. I mean, look at prohibition. Like. You're like, hey, we're not going to drink anymore. Drinking quadrupled. Like people don't like to be told what to do. Like fundamentally.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yes. I know.
Rover's way.
Exactly. Yeah, I was about to say again. We're a nice callback. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Dude.
Yeah.
People do not like to be told what to do.
But you were just saying like, oh, freedom, and people don't want to like. It's hard to go back from freedom, but everything that's happening right now is freedom being taken away.
Yeah.
It's like,
you're right. But you know how they're couching it as religious freedom. Right? They're saying, it's my religious freedom to ban abortion. I'm like, that's it's a double negative. That doesn't work. That's not how this works.
I cannot. I just.
I know.
I can't. It infuriates me.
Well, that one I think is going to backlash. And it has. I mean, look at Kansas. They enshrined it in their constitution that abortion is legal.
They what?
Kansas. Pretty sure Kansas
said it's illegal.
It's legal.
That abortion is legal.
In the state constitution.
Good.
Yeah. What's the thing?
Fuck yeah, I'm a Jayhawk. You go, Kansas.
No, a lot of these.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Woo woo.
A lot of
the wheat.
In Michigan, was it Michigan or no Wisconsin? They were trying to change a state legislature or something to make it easier for them to ban abortion. They voted that down. Like even in these red states, like it's almost like
because it's ridiculous. Like to even think that like it's
preposterous. It's like I said,
preposterous.
It's not
a great word.
You're not gonna. It's like banning alcohol. It's like people are still gonna drink, man. Like either they're gonna do it behind your back and get back alley abortions, or you're gonna get an actual. You actually go to a treatment center and get
actual help and like
and also 89% of abortions now are all by the pill. Like it's not even like like most of them aren't. There's no surgical abortion.
Have you had to buy the pill for people?
Oh, of course.
I've never taken it.
What? Plan B or?
Well, I mean, I was on birth control, but I've never taken Plan B. No.
Oh, see, I've done Plan B, and they have another one back. I forget what it's called now. But back then it was like RU-486 or some shit like that.
RU-486?
RU-486.
It's like you're 46, bitch. You're too old to be pushing this
exactly.
You should abort it
You're gonna die.
Yeah.
It's gonna cause you to die. No, it's the early option pill. I think it's called. Look that up, Mikey. The early option pill. And that was back in the this is going back to college. It's like a pill you take that I think it's up to 12 weeks.
Oh.
And it just kind of flushes it out.
Yeah.
You
get a plunger.
What is it?
Let's see.
Mifepristone. Oh, this is the one they banned.
What is
this is the one they banned.
Mifepristone.
So this is the one they're trying to ban now. This is the new one the Republicans are trying to go after. But yeah, 10 weeks. So I took this when it was like brand. Oh no, I didn't take it. But me and the girl I was dating at the time, who gotten pregnant. Went down to Planned Parenthood. They said, here's this new pill. Just take this.
Your pull-out game is not strong?
Oh, my pull-out game is strong, but I was also 20 years old. I mean, No, I mean, I look at a girl at that age, I got her pregnant. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm Latino.
Yeah,
it was a tongue kiss, and she was fucking 3 months pregnant.
So passionate. So passionate. My God. Yeah, no, I've never had a pregnancy.
I know, but you get your eggs saved.
Well, yes, it's true. But now that I'm thinking about,
you've never had a pregnancy scare. You just use condoms or birth control.
I was birth control always. I'm not.
Where'd you go with IUDs or the pill?
No, I was on the pill since 11th grade. But I wasn't having sex in 11th grade. It was just
really. Why not? You a lady?
I wasn't this cute.
Having sex,
I wasn't this
cute.
But
boy, did I suck a lot of cock.
Actually, none of it happened until I was 18. I was like, I'm going to college. Yeah, I'm a late bloomer.
So what, in college, you were like, fuck it.
Well, right before I went to college, I was like, I got to get it done. I cannot go to college a virgin. Like, I can't.
You were the plot of Booksmart. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, exactly. That's my life. They found me and they were like, let's write Lizzy's story. Yeah, and so I was at this party. This guy named D, and I was like, his name is D.
Is he black?
Yes.
Sound like it.
Yeah.
The guy named D. Yeah, not a lot of white guys named D.
Yeah. Well, D gave me the D, and I was like, after about 5 pumps, I was like, I'm good. And he was like, can I do like 5 more pumps after that? I was like, sure, whatever. It's a Starbucks. I don't fucking care. Like,
did he finish?
No. Then I was like, all right. But then my Jewish guilt kicked in, and then I.
Oh God! Some people tell me you cried in front of him.
No, I gave him head.
I felt bad. No, I blew him.
It was also the first time I gave head.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. So and then.
I'm trying to think because I don't remember I remember the first person I had sex with, but I remember the first time we did it. It was my high school girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
And I think I have a fucking mental imbalance because I just have no nostalgia. Like, oh, you remember? No, it wasn't important to me.
Yeah, I mean, this.
Like, I remember times we've had sex. I don't remember the first time.
Yeah, this was not important to me. I just wanted to like get it over with. And
I know, but I'm saying, but I don't remember the first time I did it with that. But I'm trying to think in my head, like, did she go down on me before we had sex, or was that like after? Like, I don't know what the order of operations were.
But I'm sure for you, the second you just because like you're like. The sex felt so good, everything else like blanked out. You're like, I can't believe I'm having sex right now, and then everything else.
No, I thought we like it was like just a tip. You like edged our way into it, like.
Did you soak?
No.
I did soaking.
No, but like you're trying to.
I did it.
You did it?
Yes.
Did you do jump humping?
What the fuck is that?
Oh, this is the other part of some Mormons. God bless them, come up with this. So soaking, for those that don't know, is just when you put it in and don't move.
I did that once with a guy in college.
Because in the Mormon community, if you do that, it's not sex.
Yeah.
The motion makes it sex. But jump humping is when you're soaking, but then you have a friend jump on the bed so they create the motion. It's not you.
Stop it.
Yes. So
just like in a moon bounce, in a bounce house.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Yeah.
So you're not fucking, it's your friend jumping who's creating the fucking. It's like I said, they treat God like he's some sort of fucking attorney. Like
with the loopholes.
Yeah, you're going to negotiate with him. Like,
Jews do that. We have loopholes.
Oh, sure. I know.
Oh, so many loopholes. Like for Shabbat, you're not supposed to turn on the oven or like rip toilet paper. Like there's all these things considered
rip toilet paper. How do you wipe your ass?
You have to rip it prior to Shabbat happening.
Oh, really? Or you just get a box of tissues so you pull them out one at a time.
Sure, that can work too. But they always like none of my boyfriends have ever been
rip
Jewish.
Toilet paper. That's very specific.
Yes, it's like work. I don't really know.
That's
but
crazy.
They kind.
That's so specific. Ripping toilet paper's work.
Yeah, you're supposed to cook.
Well, at that point, don't get out of bed. Just fucking lay.
Just shit yourself. Just put a diaper on and be done. But
Shabbat depends.
They get Shabbat depends. Yeah, special brand. Yeah. They'll get a Shabbos Goy is what it's called.
Oh yeah, no, dude, I did that. I worked at the Hillel House at Brown.
So you were the Shabbos Goy.
On Fridays.
Like, can you turn on the lights for us? Can you turn the oven on?
I turn on the lights, set up everything. I turn them out on Friday, and then I'm coming on Saturday before the big hurrah, and put out their whatever trinkets they use for their ceremonies. I don't know what they call it.
Trinkets.
We all have our fucking things.
Well, we get things to sharpen our horns. That's the trinkets that we put out on the table.
We need a little boy to send to hell.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God. They say, I was reading.
Rabbi Schlafman, that was his name.
I can't believe you worked at a Hillel. That's hilarious.
Oh, yeah. It was my first job at Brown, and then I worked.
You were fed well.
They took care of me. Yeah. But I didn't get hired back, which is funny because I wore a t-shirt that said Christ the King basketball. Christ the King is like a big Catholic school.
That's why you didn't get
Yeah, it's a big Catholic school in New York with a big basketball program. And Rabbi Schlafman's like, are you Jewish? I'm like, no, obviously. That's why I'm doing this. Like, oh yeah, of course. Like, I should have read the shirt, Christ for King.
And that's absolutely.
And never didn't get invited back. And then I worked in the economics department for the next semester.
Oh.
Stole exams from there, handed out to the hockey team. Yep, made a few bucks doing that. But then I got hired as the hockey manager from that. And that was
you were a hockey manager?
Oh, the team. Yeah, I was the team manager. It's the best job on campus. I was getting paid like $9 an hour in 2003. fucking $2.
Oh my God, $9.
In Providence, dude, a pitcher of beer was like $3.
Oh my God,
I was like,
alcohol.
I was like pulling in $300 a week in college. I was like king shit. Dude.
You're like, drink for you.
Plus, I was selling weed to the hockey team. It was great.
I'm so mad I didn't sell weed in college. Like, I'm from California. I could have brought the best weed out.
Oh, I know.
I
got my weed from a guy from California who was also in my same fraternity I was, but I would just sell like an ounce or two, and I'd get myself like a quarter ounce a week for free. So it was just I had free weed, and people would come to me. I'd be the pot guy, and on that side of campus. It was great.
I wish I did that, but then I was like too nervous. I was like, I'm gonna get caught. Like, oh my God,
that was the one thing I wish I had known about college. I could have gotten away with so many more crimes.
Oh my God,
it was a free fuck. It was a free for all.
Yeah, college was a good time. College was a good time.
Where'd you go again?
KU, Rock Chalk.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh man, that's a fucking big ass campus.
Yeah. It was a fun time. I loved.
Was the team good? The basketball team good while you were there?
Yeah. We won. I'm
what
embarrassed.
What years was this?
So I was there 03 to 07.
So what teams were there?
So like who? What do you mean?
Who was who were the stars in the team?
Oh God, was Chalmers at the time? No.
I was gonna say no. Yeah, that's got to be Merrill Chalmers years.
I think so. Yeah,
and their coach, they won. They were in the Final Four. I don't know if they won one.
So we did win in 07, and it sucks because I graduated in winter of 07. I was like, I'm ready to come home. I was like, all right, fucking A, and I moved home.
Then they won.
And then they won. And all my friends were FaceTiming me from Mass Street, like, you stupid bitch. Why did you go? I was like, I know. So, and then I ended up working for KU for 2 years as
what were you doing for them?
Admissions rep. So I would like go to all the high schools.
That's one thing you would know a lot about this if you worked in the administration. I had no idea how many administrators college campuses have.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I was reading an article recently. I think Yale has like 6,000 administrators. They have like 8,000 students. They have it's like a 1.2 to 1 ratio.
Oh, that's good. What's Yale?
Yeah.
Well, they can afford that. That's why. I was like,
But I mean, how many fucking people do they need to run a college, for Christ's sake?
A lot.
That sounds like a scam.
I mean, isn't college?
But no, it totally is. But I'm saying, admitted, like not professors, just
admin,
just straight up fucking working in the office, raising money, doing this, doing that.
There's a lot of people that take to run it for sure. Like in my department, when I was in the admissions office, there was admissions reps, right? So I was in charge of the West Coast, and there's people going to all these high schools all over, and then there's the people at the office when they do the tours and they come, and then there's
these jobs pay good? How do I get a good no-show job on a college campus?
A no-show job on what? What'd you say?
Yeah, Like I want a big just a fucking job.
It didn't pay that well. I paid like 47.
Yeah, I mean, dude, what do I have to do to make about 110 and not show up to work? What's that position called?
Prostitution. You're just gonna lie there? I don't know. I don't know.
I guess if you have that many administrators, you can't pay them all great.
No, you can't. I work a nonprofit. I do all right.
Dude, I know the fucking presidents make big bread.
Oh my God.
They handed out, what was her name? Ruth Simmons was the president of Brown. She was the first black woman president of an Ivy League school.
Oh, they make tons of money.
She doubled their fucking endowment from like $4 to $8 billion.
Oh, and they made sure that she was compensated
I
for
want
it.
to say she made like $8 million a year or something.
Oh
crazy.
yeah,
something insane.
The homes and like Bill Self. I mean, he's like basketball coach, but like his home in Lawrence.
Well, the president's house at Brown is
sure.
It's like so the house is owned by the university, and the president just lives in it for free. I mean, it's one of these 15,000 square foot. Fucking built in 1776.
Beautiful.
Just stone, Gothic. I was like, what the fuck? She lives in a castle? Like,
yeah.
they give this fucking bitch a castle?
She's not the president. She's the baroness. I don't
Empress,
know.
Empress.
I've never really spent much time on the East Coast. I was just in D.C. and I was like, this architecture is so fun because it's old. I mean, it's so
everything
different.
out there is so old. Everything out here is so new. Dude, an old bar here was built in like 1959.
It's true.
It's like, what, dude? I know guys in
Boston.
I know guys in Boston who've been on that bar stool since 1959. You know what I mean?
They haven't left.
Yeah, exactly. That fucking mummy over there has been there.
What a sad life. Like every time when I go into a bar and I see someone who's like, okay, you're clearly just an alcoholic at the bar, and this is your life. This is your home away from home. It makes me sad.
Really? I identify with it.
They're your spirit animal?
No, it's like, well, look, at least Tommy's having a good time still.
I mean, I don't know. Like I've seen people like fall off stools, and I'm like,
oh yeah. Well, you don't want to be the old. Like you want to be the old. You want to be like Blue from fucking
yeah.
You want to be the old cool guy. You don't want
Blue. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But you don't want to be like the pain in the ass.
So you want to die in a pool of KY jelly and is that what you...
Yeah, and 19-year-old girls' titties. That sounds great.
Yeah. But like as you get older, and the girls, I mean, now I'm just like, I get older, but they stay the same age. Like, are you like, oh yeah, they're still attractive? Like, I'd fuck that girl because she's 19, or you're like, oh no, she looks like a child.
It depends on the girl, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But men are always going to be attracted to the same type of woman, or like this. Like I've seen charts, like they actually
young
have studies.
and fresh.
No, they have studies like, they have a study where like the x-axis is a woman's age and the y-axis is a man's age, and they're like, all right, as a woman gets older, right? So it sort of goes up this way.
Mm-hmm.
The men they find attractive kind of goes across the same way.
Right.
Like, so if she's 45, she finds 45-year-olds attractive.
Okay,
and it kind of meets. I saw the same chart for men. It doesn't matter how old the man's age is. It's like 23. Every man likes a 23.
DiCaprio. He has that chart in his house.
Exactly. Every man from 70 to 18 likes a 23-year-old woman. Like down the fucking line. It's like one of those things.
And we wonder why we all get filler and Botox and all this shit. Yeah,
men are visual creatures. But so like, yes, I would, of course I'd find them, physically attractive as long as they look like adults. Like I have nothing but I'm not, what do they call them now?
Pedophiles?
No, that's what I call them. Oh yeah, minor attracted persons. That's what they're calling them now.
Are you serious?
They're trying to soften the
maps.
Yeah, because they're trying not to insult pedophiles. It's fucking ridiculous. Anyway, but I'm not into young kids like that. But
why are we protecting? What do you mean not trying to? I'm sorry. I try not to get. I'm not very like political on like many things and get very like
it's crazy.
Why would we try to protect pedophiles? I
don't get it
because people are like, oh, it's an illness, it's a sickness. Like, go get help then if it's an illness or like. What do you mean maps? I'm sorry.
No, they're fucking.
Are they mapping out where the children are? Is that what's happening? Like, I don't understand.
Fuck that. They're pedophiles who are dangerous people in society. You can't have
They're the people in prison who get attacked the most. Like if you
well,
fuck
they
with
should.
like people do not fuck with pedophiles.
Well, they should.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
disgusting.
It's a creepy thing to have. Yes, I feel sorry that they're into that, but they also shouldn't be in society. Like, I don't want anyone to want to be into children, but because there are people like that, they should be locked up and hidden away, if not killed.
Yeah. When I was 33, I dated a 23-year-old. Am I?
No, that's not a pedophile. That's an adult.
I mean, a 23-year-old man is not an
adult, not mentally, but legally,
no.
But legally.
Yeah.
But no, let's say would I find a 23-year-old woman attractive? Sure, but then when you talk to them, it's like,
I know.
What are you talking about?
What are they talking about?
Like meaningless conversation, like doing TikTok dances and shit.
Like Taylor Swift. Am I the only female who doesn't like Taylor Swift? Sorry, people. Am I going to get a lot of hate right now on the internet?
Not from my listeners. They're probably not big on the Taylor Swift.
They're like, you go, girl. Yeah, I don't
big Swifties.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Well, what I don't get is, I agree with you, is how popular she is. For how pedestrian her music is. Mm-hmm. It's not like she's like Michael Jackson and changed fucking pop music forever.
Right.
It's not like she's like, oh my God, Frank Sinatra. Like,
I love Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, so do I. But she's like very standard pop music. Like
she's basic. She's basic.
Yeah, there's nothing exceptional about it. It's not like she started hip hop.
Right.
She's just fucking another.
She's not like De La
star.
Soul dropping an album, She's like, yeah, I think it's just so basic. And like every person who's at her concert, I'm like, yeah, you're exactly what I would imagine you would be like.
Precisely.
Yeah.
There's really nothing special about it. And she's making $13 million a show. Do you know this? 13 million.
Show? But I will say, I'll give her props that she paid her
$100,000 a piece.
Yeah, that's
You know what?
Good.
She could have dished out more. Fucking bitch. Cheap bitch.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, amazing.
Yeah. All right, you want to do some quick news before
we
get out
of
here?
Let's do some news because I'm terrible. I don't watch the news. It's just so depressing.
It is. That's why I find the good stories.
Yeah, the fun. I'm all for the fun stuff.
Here's one. Florida woman doused herself in soda to erase DNA after murder.
Oh, I read that. Yeah. I actually. Was it Mountain Dew? Did she use Mountain Dew?
Yes. A Florida woman is accused of killing her elderly roommate and later dumping Diet Mountain Dew all over herself in an attempt to interfere with potential DNA evidence.
But not interfere with her weight loss progress because she used Diet Mountain Dew. Like what? Fuck.
You know what, though? Mountain Dew is so toxic, she might have had a thought, like, this shit is probably not good for my insides. Maybe if it's a little acidic, it's not a dumb move.
Remember what they
Better
used to
than
say?
water. I would have used Mountain Dew before water.
Or like bleach.
Well, bleach for sure.
And she'd be like, I'm Michael Jackson. No, Mountain Dew, they used to say, like, oh, it like lowers your sperm count. Yeah. Remember that? Who fucking knows? Eating microwave food does that too. I don't fucking know.
You know what lowers my sperm count? Coming on her back. No.
Hey!
Oh, watch out. Coming out hot.
On her back.
on her back. Oh, this one's weird. I came home and found my sister breastfeeding my son, and I called the cops. Yeah.
Have you ever seen The Hand That Rocks the Cradle?
Oh, yeah.
That's that.
It's a great one. Well, no, it's even... No, your sister, at least, is a fucking blood relative.
It's still creepy.
It is.
Wait, does your sister have milk to come out, or was she just...
Let's find out.
Okay.
Let's find out.
So many questions.
Simone and her sister Phoebe had babies within 2 weeks of each other. So she was being able to breastfeed. Their sons are now 3 and 5 weeks old, and Phoebe's baby was being breastfed while Simone's wasn't. Recently, Simone needed surgery, and because her son's father isn't around, Phoebe and her husband offered to babysit while she was in the hospital. But while she was away, her sister decided to start breastfeeding her son from her own breast. She said, when I came home and I walked in on my son breastfeeding on my sister, I called the police, but there was nothing they could do. Would you call the police on your sister over that?
No, I think that...
If she was beating the kid, I would call the police over that.
I feel like she was trying to help her sister.
It is.
Yeah, I feel like
it might be a little weird,
yeah.
But call the police.
I tried my sister's breast milk.
So did I. Not your sister, my sister.
I was like, my sister. I didn't know you were my sister. I was like, what? I wanted to say...
Not out of her nipple. Not out of her nipple. No, out of the bottle.
No, that's a disclaimer. No. I was like, a little bit. Yeah. And I tried it, and I was like, because I'm a curious person.
Yeah, it's fucking watery.
It was sweet.
But it was like it was like thinner than skim milk somehow. Like I didn't really.
Yeah. It was
I wasn't into breast milk.
I thought that's not your fetish.
At least not my sister's.
Yeah.
There might be better breast milk out there. I haven't tried all titties.
23-year-old breast milk might be better for you. I don't know.
know.
Fresh. Not close to expiration date. You sell it last minute at 99-cent store.
Yeah. I wonder if you turn it into cheese.
You're like, oh, is this is this low fat cottage cheese? I
don't. They make beer out of women's yeast from their nether regions.
No.
Yeah.
No, where?
Someone is brewing beer. I gotta look it up. But
Stop.
There's definitely there's like a brewer's yeast you can buy online from a.
Or they just say that. You think?
I hope they're just saying it.
I mean, how much? I mean, what are they doing? Like
from a woman's yeast infection?
Yeah, they're saying every yeast infection. They're just like, ladies, come on in. Like, what is happening? What do you mean? They're from.
Also, any guy who's buying that beer should be put on a watch list.
Absolutely. Oh my, that's so fucking disgusting. Like, I was expecting this beer to have more of a trout aroma. Like it's a sour beer, sir. It's a sour beer.
more like pennies or menstruation.
Pennies. Yeah. Just like menstrual cycle beers. Cycle through the whole.
Oh, gross.
So gross.
Oh, I'm glad we ended on that note. Lizzy. We started out gross and we ended gross.
Always. That's what I do. That's who I am.
Glad you're doing well, baby girl. Glad the relationship's going all right.
Yeah, I'm really happy. It's going, like, honestly, it was the struggle bus for me for a while. And like all my friends that were in relationships were like, oh, we have advice for you.
Rubbing it in.
Yeah, or like I have this friend who got into a relationship and she goes, so when you're dating on the apps, like, I forgot which way it means you like them, left? And I go, bitch, you were on the app 6 months ago. I go, don't pretend
that you forgot
which way. And then they all want to give you advice. And like, they all want to be like, this is what you should do, or you shouldn't be so this. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Now I'm in a relationship, and I say to my friends, so you know what you should do? I'm like, now become
everyone has that know-it-all in them, though. Like, once you figure it out for yourself, like, hey, now that I know, I'm going to tell everyone. It's like everyone has their own path.
But the truth
is, everyone's going to find their way. Let them find their way.
And everybody says this, and I didn't want to believe it, but it's absolutely true. When you know, you know. Really? It should be easy. It should just be easy. Because I was. It should just be easy.
and he likes your bald spot.
Totally. And he's bald, so I love his bald spot. I found a few of them. A few of those bald spots.
Where can the people find you, Lizzy?
You can find me at the Lizzy Weisman on Insta, Facebook for all the, parents, and
for all my students' parents.
Yeah, all my students' parents. And I have my own show called Let's Go Comedy. And we're going to be doing the next one on September 6th at Jalapeno Pete's here in the Valley.
Oh, shit. Right down the block.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm trying out a new venue spot. So you guys can come on through. The Eventbrite link will be up tomorrow.
Check it out, guys.
Yeah.
Love having you on. Thank you, Lizzy.
I love being
Thank
here.
you for listening as always. Find me at Randy Valero. Find the podcast at Ready, Set, Blow Podcast. I will be in Alaska when this comes out in a few weeks doing Fairbanks. So book your tickets.
Oh,
folks.
fun.
If you're in Fairbanks. and then we're back at Dallas. TK's the 14th through 16th.
TK.
TK.
Oh, wow.
He opened up. I mean, I know his back. I didn't meet until he opened up the club, but I know his backstory. And he went out there, got married, settled down, opened up a gorgeous restaurant.
Oh, okay.
With a room like probably 150 seats.
Oh my God!
Awesome comedy
In Dallas.
Yeah, in Dallas, and he's got a speakeasy down below where we do
Good for him.
after party. It is the fucking best. So
really?
If you're in Dallas, come check that out. Yes.
Him and his wife, Kara, right?
Yep.
They were great to me. So
Yeah.
they put me up a lot. So when I come out to Dallas, TK.
I'll tell him you said hello, and I'll
please
get you out there. Yeah.
Oh,
Man,
I would
he'd
love
love to
that.
have you out there. He's the best.
Oh, I love that. I want to get out. I do shows in LA, and I've done San Diego,
Favorite new
San
club.
Francisco.
Favorite
I
new
wanna.
club.
I'm trying, or not. Not trying. I am getting out there more because I want to see how my shit resonates with the rest of America.
The regular people.
Yeah.
Regular folks.
Yeah.
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 It'll do well.
Okay.
All right, guys. That's it for this one. We love you. Peace.
Bye.